So guys, today we got to talk about something, and Paige Bueckers in an interview literally exposed just how bad the referee's problem is. Like, she just exposed how bad it was in a pre-game interview for the game.
And I'm here to tell you, in the last 4 games, Caitlin Clark has only been to the foul line maybe 6 times. How do the most ball-dominant point guard only go to the foul line 6 damn times? I don't know what the situation is, if they just don't see the calls or they're just ignoring the calls. At the end of the day, there is a systematic issue wrong with the WNBA, the current state of their referees, and Caitlin Clark.
This is called defense. The Indiana Fever won by 17 points last night. 17. And this is how they played defense against Caitlin Clark all night. Jordan Canada, career game. Over 30 points. She had 6 made threes in the first half. She played defense like this on Caitlin Clark all night, despite the fact that Caitlin Clark played limited minutes. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, and helping lead her team to a 17-point win. This is how they play defense on her all night.
He said that Paige Bueckers has come out and says she needs to relearn how to play defense while fouling more, because you can get away with everything with these referees. She literally said she had to forget. So basically, she had to relearn how to play defense while fouling. So, you know, everything you learn about defense, how to play while not fouling, how to move your feet, how to do all this. She had to throw out all the good defensive fundamentals that she'd learned. And now she had to learn to go foul.
The worst referees in sports are WNBA refs. There's NFL fans right now going, bleep? What? Did you see the refs chilling for the Chiefs again last year? And look, the referees in the NFL are god-awful, all right? But at least at times it doesn't seem like they're turning a blind eye to potential injury, for crying out loud.
Right here, they're talking about this right here where JJ was holding the arm, okay? Then they're talking about this moment right here too, right? She's reaching through the body, reaching both sides, both arms through the body right here. So they're talking about this one. They're talking about right here on the swat down. It looked like she hit her hand just a tad bit here. She was calling this a foul. This is Rebecca Lobo talking. Right, she called this a foul, and then we have this hit right here off JJ Quinterly, all right on the arm right here. She calling this a foul too. All right.
The silence from other players has been deafening, which is what makes Paige's honesty so groundbreaking. She didn't just complain; she exposed the system. She explained how players are taking advantage of the refs' incompetence. She could have stayed quiet, avoided the controversy, and just moved on. But she saw an injustice and she spoke up. That's leadership. That's courage. And that's exactly what the sport needs. The evidence is now overwhelming. The footage is undeniable. The most respected rookie in the league has testified. The question is no longer if there's a problem, but what is the WNBA going to do about it now that Paige Bueckers has put them on the clock? The silence is broken.
I don't know. At this point, maybe NBA referees need to just ref Caitlin games. You know, no disrespect to nobody else, but hell, that's the only one everybody looking at anyways. They need to just do Caitlin games, bro, because at this point, the way that they're missing these calls are just, it's starting to change the outcome of the game, and it's starting to look very bad, bro. I mean, very, very, very bad. And I don't know, bro. I don't know. Something has to be done. Let's pull up this article right now, dog.
This isn't just about protecting Caitlin Clark because she's some fragile flower. She's tough as nails, and she's proven that over and over by playing through the abuse. This is about protecting the integrity of the game itself. When refs let players get away with excessive contact, it punishes skill and rewards dirty, undisciplined play. It turns a beautiful game of strategy and athleticism into a brutish wrestling match. And that's not what the millions of new fans Clark brought to the league paid to see. This officiating crisis is actively damaging the WNBA's product, turning off new viewers and frustrating longtime fans. And it took a courageous rookie to finally call it out.
She had to learn to go foul. Like, that is, in my opinion, one of the craziest statements I've ever heard a player ever. Like, you can see it here, so I'm not the only one. I couldn't find the clip. Ryan and Rebecca go and extend a rip at the foul. She was absolutely unbelievable. Criticism for Paige to say she had to relearn how to defend to be less careful about fouling. That's not basketball. Like, people literally say, oh, it's physical basketball. No, you're just going around hacking people. You're just going around hacking people. That's not foul. That's not defense. Going around hacking people.
Paige didn't stop there. In a moment of raw honesty, she also called the pressure and expectations placed on Clark inhumane. She explained that if Clark doesn't go 8 for 10 from 3 every night, people start to question her. Now, imagine dealing with that inhumane pressure to be perfect while also being physically mauled on the court with no protection from the officials. Clark is dealing with a double standard nobody wants to acknowledge. The expectation of perfection from the world, combined with the reality of persecution from the league. She gets held, grabbed, and body checked, and the refs just swallow their whistles. It's not just unfair. It's a dangerous and mentally draining environment for the league's most valuable asset.
This picture that I just came across, I'm like, what are we doing? Kathy Engelbert, she came out. It ain't been that long ago, like 2 weeks ago. Refereeing's pretty good in this league. In what league? What league allows this? Can you tell me what kind of a move that Ryan Howard's doing here to Clark? What is that move?
What makes Paige's comments so powerful is her undeniable credibility. This isn't some bitter rival or a fringe player complaining about calls. This is Paige Bueckers, a respected, high IQ superstar from the most prestigious program in college basketball, UConn. She knows what clean, fundamental basketball looks like. So when she says the WNBA allows a level of contact that would never fly in the NCAA, people listen. Her words can't be dismissed as jealousy or sour grapes. She's a peer and a direct competitor who has no reason to defend Clark other than a respect for the game itself. She's not just a witness. She's an expert testifying against a broken system.
Becca Lobo and Ryan Ruocco was on the air last night speaking about this game, and I'm here to tell you they was super duper mad, bruh. Let's pull it up right now. Articles has come out about Rebecca Lobo unloading on the WNBA referees, literally counting the fouls out on TV. That's a foul, that's a foul, that's a foul. Guys, this thing is getting spooky, and I'm here to tell you, it's going to keep getting spooky, man, until Kathy do something.
Then, just when the frustration reached a boiling point, Paige Bueckers stepped up and broke the players' unspoken code of silence. Fresh off a hard-fought matchup against Clark, she dropped a statement so damning it should send shivers down the spine of the WNBA's front office. She admitted that she had to relearn how to play defense while fouling because the refs let players get away with everything. Think about the insanity of that statement for a second. A top rookie, trained in one of the most disciplined programs in the country, is openly stating that to succeed in the professional league, she had to unlearn good, fundamental defense, and instead learn how to hack and grab. She revealed that the WNBA's standard for officiating is lower than in college, and that players are actively and consciously taking advantage of it.
How the F is someone supposed to score when this is what is being allowed to happen to Caitlin Clark on the regular? How the F is this defense? Is this the WNBA or NFL? Look, hold on now. NFL. What kind of defense is this?
If you've watched Caitlin Clark play, you know something is deeply wrong. The hits she takes, the contact she absorbs, the fouls that somehow never get called, it's become a nightly spectacle. The Dallas game was a perfect example, a microcosm of her entire season. In one single sequence, she was hacked on the arm, held by the jersey, and grabbed from behind, all before a whistle was finally blown. It was so egregious that the broadcast team, Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Ruocco, had to break it down in real time, practically begging for a foul to be called like they were pleading with a hostage negotiator. When your own announcers are counting the uncalled fouls on live television, you don't have a problem. You have a conspiracy. This isn't just a missed call here or there, it's a clear and consistent pattern of neglect.
Like, there are people around this league, including people heavily involved in the league, that don't know the sport of basketball. Like, there's a big difference between physical play and hacking. And just going around hacking people. Like, that's not physical play. That's fouling. There's a difference. Do you want to know what physical play is? Physical play is, allowing both post players to bang in. But if the fouls start, like, knocking them out, if the foul causes a travel, or if the foul ends up moving them a bit too much, or the foul, hits them in the arm, yeah, it's free throws. But, like, you are allowed shove guards, but post players, literally, everything post players do is a foul. Like, for some reason, they are super soft on post players.
This is not okay, folks. This is not okay. She's grabbing breast. In case I'm... they hate it when I say the word breast. The Angel Reason. They'll cut this out and put it up there. I'm not the one doing it. And the referees, I guess, didn't call this? You didn't call this.
What Paige Bueckers did was more than just defend Caitlin Clark.
You know, the 9th best guard in the league. Picked up well before half court. And then was just grabbed and suffocated all night. All night. This is the defense. 9th best guard in the league. Okay.
The way Caitlin Clark has been treated by WNBA referees this season has been nothing short of criminal. It's a blatant, in-your-face bias that has left fans, coaches, and even announcers speechless. The most ball-dominant guard in the league, a player who lives in the paint and constantly attacks the rim, has been to the foul line maybe 6 times in the last 4 games. A statistic so absurd it sounds like a typo. For weeks, we've all been watching this unfold, wondering if we're going crazy. But now, one of the few players with the courage to speak up has finally exposed the entire rotten system. Paige Bueckers just dropped a truth bomb, and the league is not ready for the fallout.